It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning and welcome to the morning show. I'm David Stroud here with Scooter Scott Kelly's.
Whoop whoop. How are you, sir?
I'm doing real good.
Doing
Not
real
really.
good. Not really? It's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday. It's April 1st.
It is.
You gonna try to get anybody today with the April Fool's Day joke?
I don't know. I usually do, so you never know.
What's it gonna be?
What
What are you going to? I don't know. I thought I'd do something here on the show, but everybody to know what's coming.
Yeah.
It's too easy.
Yeah, that's true.
And what would it be? I was actually writing down the temperatures, and I was going to say the temperature's all wrong, but they wouldn't know that it was wrong until I told them it was.
Yeah, because they haven't been outside. Most people haven't been outside.
Yeah, or looked. It
is a little cooler this morning, though.
I will
say that.
Yeah. But I usually don't get up and look at the weather on my phone.
I don't either.
I just go.
Yeah, I just go out and wing it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in my truck, I've got pullovers and jackets just in case. At work, I got a raincoat. So I'm like prepared, but I don't just get
you keep all that stuff in there, not for you, but for your wife. Because you never know when you're going to be headed out. I'm cold. Give me your shoes. Give me your shoes. Give me your coat.
Shoes?
Give me your coat.
Give me your shoes. She takes your shoes?
No.
I hear you.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
They want your coat. They want your sweatshirt, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to learn to keep extras in the vehicle. Mando's trying to teach that to Austin.
Yeah.
Keep extra stuff like that, coats, blankets, whatever, in the trunk of your car, because
You gotta have it.
girl will steal your stuff in a heartbeat.
Carla's got blankets in the back. When we go to sports events that's outside Cannon playing baseball.
There you go.
And it
There you go.
gets a little cool. So, but we went to Cabot, and she had taken them out for some reason. So we had to go to the DG and buy more. Kirsten got one and Carla got one. And I decided not to get one because I thought it'll be all right. About halfway through the first game, I was like, maybe I should have got a blanket.
There you go. See?
But I powered through it. At least I had gloves.
You're such a man.
And my hoodie.
Such a man.
I know, right?
So how was your weekend?
It was good. I finally got to work a little bit around in the backyard. So, there's 3 minutes in. This is a 2-minute story.
All right, go ahead.
I got the blocks around the pool.
Yes.
And I pretty much dammed up the water that was coming towards it. So I knew I had to remove them all.
Okay.
So I got most of them removed. There's some still laying around it, but I got them 90% out of the way. The other ones I thought I could leave and just see what happens, kind of thing. But the yard, it's spring, baby. The yard's getting high. And so I got to go get fresh fuel for everything. Riding lawnmower, push mower, and the leaf blower. So I go get fuel, and I put it in the riding lawnmower. And I make one swipe around the backyard. And I do this because it's kind of like that. Because grass don't grow everywhere. Because my yard sucks. And I end up getting a branch or just a limb or something about this long stuck in between the blade and the deck.
Okay.
And it stops it cold and makes a noise. And I'm like, uh-oh. So I shut it off. And I get the stick out. And it took a second to get it out. And I start it back up. And I go to engage. But when I started, it's not sounding right without it engaged. And I try to engage it. And it doesn't do anything. And I'm like, I've killed the deck. Something, whatever. Maybe a belt. But I look under there.
Either a belt or a pulley.
Yeah, and I look under there, and it seems like everything's there, but I didn't look that close. But I start it back up, and with it disengaged, it's making noise, and then it starts smoking from out underneath the motor. And I thought, okay, so I just shut it off.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, there's only one thing to do, and that's take it in to the mower place. But I still got yard work to do. one swipe, and I've got a big backyard, you know it.
You do.
And I had to push mow the rest of it. So it made the yard cleanup even longer. And I used to push mow it, 3 or 4 years ago.
You could have called me. I would have gave you a mower.
No, I know you would have. And I thought about that, and I was like, but then time, I just needed to. It would have taken probably as long to get out to the house, get it loaded up, get it back out there, as it would have to have push mowed it, And because it would have been about an hour track, and it probably took 2 hours to push it, but whatever. So, but I finally, I got it for the most part. I got it nice and cleaned up. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do the drainage around it with some French drains, and then of course, got to call Scooter because I got the deck to build over the top.
There you go.
Got to get that done. Yeah. So, how was your weekend?
Mine was good. We went to Memphis.
Yeah.
Visited the baby.
Nice.
Then we kidnapped the baby and brought the baby back here.
Yeah.
Which was really cool.
And kidnap, he means borrowed.
Yes. Yes, of course. Of course.
April Fools.
No, they were coming down on Tuesday, and so we figured we'd take the baby and give them a little break, and that way when they come down today, they can come down and pick her up and see her. And see us. That's
good to have a break. It's good for separation. Some parents, helicopter parents for years, 3 or 4 years, and then the kid has separation anxiety.
Yeah.
You got to start that when they're young.
You do.
I mean, maybe 8, 9 months in. For the first, I think 6 months, you do keep them close. You keep them home.
Then they get really clingy if you don't have something to kind of separate.
They do. Yeah. Yep. So, no, it's a good thing. Got to teach them early to be okay, not by themselves, but you know what I mean, by themselves.
I agree.
Yeah, very good. And it's good for y'all. The bonding period.
It is.
Even the grandparents.
I needed baby time.
Baby time.
Baby time.
That's right. But then the best part, here's your baby back.
Yeah, there you go. Shake her up and hand her back.
Yeah. So, but that's a good weekend.
Oh, yeah, it was a good weekend. There's no doubt.
Yeah, very nice.
No doubt at all.
Yeah.
Bill, you think we need to kick on with the show?
Well, I would, but remember, we got to go a little longer.
Oh, that's right. That's
yeah.
right. That's right. So we got a guest coming, but they're not usually here till 7:30. Mm-hmm. So we do have a little extra time to talk.
We can start the show, and if we
we'll talk at the end.
We'll talk about something else.
Okay.
All right. Hospice of the Ozarks. They sponsor the morning prayers. Since 1979, they believe that every individual is unique, special, and worthy of quality end-of-life care. Hospice matters. The end of life deserves as much beauty, care, and respect as the beginning. Still a non-for-profit 501c3, there has never been a charge to a patient or their families for hospice care, and this commitment remains a part of their mission. We'll pause now for the morning prayer. Dear Lord, watch over our nation as we go through some different times in the beginning here, and that everything's going to be okay. We're moving forward as a nation, coming together better than we have in the past, and I think everything's going to be all right, but not without you touching everybody on the shoulder and letting them know it's going to be okay. Please watch over our children, our first responders, and our military, those that put themselves in harm's way for our freedoms. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Hospice of the Ozarks. Give them a call at 870-508-1771. Ask them about respite care when you're taking care of a loved one. Didn't you think, like Scooter, get a little weekend getaway?
There you go.
Yeah, give Hospice of the Ozarks a call. Because as Scooter always says,
you got to take care of yourself before you can take care of others.
That's all right. It's okay to. Give them a call, 870-508-1771. Let's hear a word from our sponsor, the Z-Team, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Bob Zador of the Z-Team. I'd like to share something with you. Our team didn't need to reach everyone to be considered successful. We only needed the power of one. One person who was delighted with the way they were treated, helping them to reach their real estate goals. One person who told another person who told another, and so on. So if you're ready to buy or sell real estate, the Z-Team would like to be your one. Give us a call. 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. The Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. They're with Century 21 Lee Mack Realty. Professionals in the field that you want to have on your side when you're going to sell or buy a home. Give them a call, 870-405-0793. They're realtors we recommend because of their professionalism and their customer service.
Their customer service is bar none.
Yeah. They've won a lot of awards because people took the time out to say they did a good job. They get these little surveys through the email after the deal is done. And some people do it and some don't. But, you know, when you go online, you see a lot of negative. It's nice to hear the positive, especially as a salesperson.
It is.
It's the ultimate compliment that you did a good job. Well, that and word of mouth. If somebody recommends you to a friend, you know what I mean? Or a family member. Yeah, that's the ultimate compliment, to get that referral.
And that's where they won most of their awards, was from customer service. And that's impressive.
Yeah.
Says a lot for them.
It does. Definitely. Let's take a look at the White River, brought to you by the Z Team. Ooh, that's pretty this morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's the calm before the storm.
Yeah, you can see the darker skies up there starting to develop. And
that's Cotter, Arkansas, the horseshoe bend of the White River. Brought to you by the Z Team on their website at retiredarkansas.net. Absolutely beautiful view. You can go to 24/7. It's going to be raining in the next few days, so you should go check it out during that time, especially if there's a lightning storm, because it's pretty cool to watch it stretch across the sky if it's in that area. And it's a wide angle view. This one is the view that will change 14, 15 different places, zoom in and out. It's really cool. That's the Rainbow Bridge there in Cotter. If you've never been to Cotter, you should take a little trip. It's a nice little community. Nice place to eat breakfast and dinner. And you got the park down there. You got the natural spring. You can see it you see that building, and there it goes. It moves right when I say it. That building there to the left with the roof. To the right, you can see that stream that's in there. And there's a rope swing where you can go take a dip in icy cold water.
I'll pass.
It's real nice, Clark. Real nice. But go down to Cotter, check it out. Neat little community. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, though, give the Z Team a call, 870-405-0793. Like I said, you can go to retiredarkansas.net, find these beautiful views, and also find their listings, and the MLS listings are on there. Yeah, they finally blacktopped that little parking lot, didn't they?
They blacktopped all of it down there.
All of it they did, yeah. Very nice. Got a little ballpark down there. If you want to get the family and friends together and play a little baseball, it's good times. Let's take a look at the weather, brought to you by the Z Team. In Mountain Home, it's 43, Harrison at 42, Batesville at 44, Yellville at 43, Marshall at 41, Salem at 41, Mountain View at 41, Calico Rock at 43, West Plains, Missouri at 41, Springfield at 43, Poplar Bluff at 39, and St. Louis at 95. Just kidding. April Fools at 35. I did it just one time. Just messed with you one time. National Weather Radar shows some activity in the north. You can see going through North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, and then stretch it over to the east through the Pacific Northwest, Northern California. Off the east coast, looks like they got some rain flowing. Just a little bit of snow maybe there in Maine. But the south, look at the south. It's the calm before the storm, Scooter. You see right now we're looking pretty good. Nothing is coming our way. Looks like that little patch going through Nebraska is heading east by northeast. We'll zoom in here to Arkansas and Missouri. Let's straighten that up a little bit. The northern tip of Missouri is getting a little bit, but I think for the most part, Arkansas and Missouri look like we're in the clear, but not for long. National Weather Radar shows flood watches throughout the state. Why would that be showing now with nothing coming through? What is that, Scooter? Why is
potential
flood watch?
I don't know.
Well, there it is then. 7-day forecast. Look at that. Wednesday through Saturday. Today, though, it's high of 69 and sunny. Tonight, we've got a slight chance of thunderstorms at 20%, then a chance of showers at 30%, a low of 61. Excuse me. And then it starts Wednesday. Breezy, 80% chance of showers, 100% chance of thunderstorms, high of 76. Wednesday night, we've got a chance of thunderstorms at 50%, low of 54. Then Thursday, we're back up to a 90% chance of showers, high of 64. Thursday night, 50% chance of thunderstorms, low of 55. Friday, 90% chance of showers and 100% chance of thunderstorms, high of 67. Friday night, we've got heavy rain, 100%, low of 57. Saturday, heavy rain, 90% chance, high of 64. So I guess that's
some rain.
I guess that's why they have the flood watch. We're gonna bounce back, and it's pretty much the entire state besides the Northeast and the South.
Hopefully, it just stays rain and not hail this time.
I know, wasn't that crazy?
Did you get any damage?
No,
I didn't.
Mine was more the pebble size, but I seen the pictures of the golf ball size.
Yeah.
And it never did get over in our area.
My truck got dinged up.
Did it?
Yes. I'm not happy about it.
And you live in the area my boss lives, and he was seeing, but their cars were parked inside. So, damn, it was crazy. Bull Shoals Lake water level at 658.81. It's 0.19 feet below full pool, and they're generating 2. Norfolk Lake water level is at 553.60. Level is 1.6 feet above full pool, and they're generating 1. But yeah, before we finish, that was crazy. In Salem, got a guy I work with, and his probably a little bit bigger than golf ball size.
I've seen some over in that area. I mean, that people were holding it in their hand. It was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, we had some decent size, probably a dime or a nickel.
Yeah. Mine was
But down at the farm, my parents were getting golf ball size.
Yeah. And it's funny how different areas, because my boss lives down 5 South, and I'm over there by the bypass, Buzzard Roost, right? And I'm getting the little, and he's getting the big. And then over in Gassville, I guess, was getting the bigger one. Then Salem. So it just no rhyme or reason.
I got a few dings in the hood, and then the bed cover on the back is just dinged.
Yeah.
Just pitted all over.
Here I come, insurance.
That's about what I was going to say.
Yeah. Well, that's a look at your weather brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Give them a call, 870-405-0793. Go to retiredarkansas.net. Find their listings, the MLS listings, and a plethora of information about the Ozarks. And with that, we're going to take a break, come back with community news, brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals.
Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
When you're out of...
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 Series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. This part of community news is brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals, located at 4423 Highway 62 West here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. You can't miss them. I see orange Kubotas and blue New Hollands from one end of their lot to another, and they just keep adding to it because 'tis the season.
It is, and they do keep adding more and more and more. I'm not sure where they're going to fit anymore, but they've got a full parking lot, full inventory.
Maybe they can, like, take 2 front end loaders and pick up 1 tractor and then park 1 under it. It'd give them more space.
There you go. It would.
Just pick it up and put 1 under it, and it's double decker.
Well, no matter what you're needing, trust me, they probably have it.
Yeah.
In stock. Like I said, they have a huge inventory. Everything you can think of, from zero turns to UTVs to little tractors, big tractors, closing cab tractors, construction equipment now. They got everything.
They do. Tilt bed trailers.
Yep.
Really cool to have a tilt bed trailer so you don't have to worry about the ramps, because some of these things weigh a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So if you have that tilt bed trailer, you know you're not going to have to worry about a ramp bending.
That's a smart call.
Yeah, that's why they stock them. And parts and service, if you need something worked on, you need a little part, go by and see them. Give them a call at 870-425-3434 and go to their website at ozarksfarmandlawn.com. See some of their specials. They've got some 0% financing with approved credit. Some good deals going on. And like, it's spring. It's time. I got a broken lawnmower I need to have fixed now, but and that's parts and service. You get the tractor out and you're thinking it's time to dig that hole, and I don't know, one of your lines bust, or if you need it, and go by.
You need to get it serviced, get it where it's running top line.
That's right. Change that oil.
Yep, they'll take care of you.
Check those. What do they call them? Them grease points.
Yeah.
You go and check all them grease points.
Check your hydraulic fluid.
Check your hydraulic fluid. Go by and see Ozarks Farm and Lawn. See the professionals. They'll get you set up for the spring. There you go. All right, let's see what we got here. Second Amendment Legacy Foundation 2025 fundraising banquet. And it's April, so Friday, April 18th at 5:30 p.m. at the Baxter County Fairgrounds here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. If you need tickets, call Joanne at 870-424-3535 or talk to Bo at White River Firearms, 870-402-9002. It's a dinner, auction, guns, raffles, and family fun while supporting the shooting sports and ensuring the survival of the Second Amendment traditions for generations to come. I wonder, it doesn't say how many they've had, but they've done this for a long time, haven't they?
Well, this is only their second as far as through the Second Amendment Legacy. They were using a different company prior to that that they were going through.
But it's similar.
But yes, it's identical, the same thing. Yep.
Yeah. Very good. And Lessons on Overcoming by Mike Webb, April 4th through 6th. This is on Highway 5 South, Church of Christ in Mountain Home, Arkansas. Let's see. Friday, it'll be Overcoming General Principles. Saturday, 10 a.m., Overcoming the Battle with Sin. 2 p.m., Overcoming the Battle with Discouragement. Sunday, Overcoming Inconsistencies in Bible Study and Prayer. And that's at 10, 11 a.m., overcoming the challenges of aging, 2 p.m., overcoming barriers to spreading the gospel. Everyone is invited. For more info, call 870-321-5746. And the annual plant sale, keep talking about it. We're going to let you know about it because it goes fast. It is Saturday, April 26th at the Baxter County Fairgrounds. Doors open at 9 a.m., close when the plants are sold, usually by 10 a.m. For information about their meetings, you can go to baxtercountymg.com. It goes fast, doesn't it, Scooter?
It does.
Get in line. Baxter County Veteran Benefit Fair, helping veterans and families with their earned benefits. Friday, May 9th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. That'll be at the Baxter County Fairgrounds Educational Building. Light lunches provided, vendors, door prizes, and a Vive power chair giveaway. Baxter County Veteran Benefit, May 9th. And the Mountain Home Arkansas Military Service Sisters will have their meeting April 25th at noon at Skipper's Restaurant. And then it's getting closer. Cast for Kids at McCabe Park, presented by Farm Bureau Insurance. That'll be April 12th. If you'd like to register your child, you can do it here at castforkids.org. You just find the event for McCabe Park, and you can register here. If you'd like to be a volunteer, you can register there. And scroll down. You can contact the event coordinators, Denver West and Christy West. You can email McCabe at castforkids.org. Give them a call, 870-632-9498 for more information. A lot of fun for these kiddos with special needs, that they get a free fishing pole and rod. They get a tackle box. There'll be food at the event. And
it's got a lot.
Oh, yeah. AGFC is going to stock it up the day before. So if you're like me, though, you still can't catch a fish. It's still fun to be out there. So what to expect? Cast for Kids are designed for children with special needs. Events are free for children to attend, and all children leave with their very own fishing equipment. Children must be accompanied by their parent or guardian for the entire event. They will also have a volunteer that's there to help them with bait and whatever else they might need.
And they're probably needing more volunteers. They always do. So if you want to help out, give Christy West a call.
There you go. Very good. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, that one's not yet. Let's see. Calendar of events. We'll go to enjoymountainhome.com. Maybe. There we go. It's April 1st, so I guess there's not any. There we go. It finally is there. Line dancing for women at the Sleeman Center. Low impact cardio at the Sleeman Center. That Sleeman Center just has all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, they don't end.
Yeah. Call, it looks like, is going to have an open house from 12 to 7 p.m. For more calendar of events, just go to enjoymountainhome.com, Chamber of Commerce's website. You can see each date has a number in the corner. It shows how many events are for that day. If you wanted to, you can just click on it like the 23rd and it jumps to it. Learn to make a quilt. Remember Me Quilt Shop. Exercise for Women, Sleeman Center. And there you go. That's a look at the community news. Brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. Scooter, you got anything? Is there anything?
No, you did it all.
Did I cover it?
Yeah, you took everything.
Everything's over here. All right, let's go to a break. We'll come back with Baxter County Judge Kevin Litty.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as it would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite, climate-controlled, and air-filtered boarding facility in the area, with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. We're visiting with Kevin Litty, a Baxter County judge. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, guys.
How are you?
Good. Y'all doing all right?
I can't get rid of this deep respiratory sickness.
I got it from about here up about a little over a week ago, and I'm getting a little better now, but boy, it was rough for about 3 days.
Yeah. It seems to linger.
Yeah.
I hope you're on the downhill mend, because just when I start to think I'm feeling a little bit better, it just comes back. You wake up and it's just there. Scooter and I were talking about that earlier this morning. Since COVID, it seems like everything lingers longer.
Yeah.
And it hits the lungs more than it ever did, and
it was hard on me for a couple of days. And usually I don't get sick very often. If I do, I don't get it very bad. So
yeah, well, that's how I used to be. But 24, 48 hours, and then it was gone, and I felt great, and that was the end of it.
Yeah.
And now it's 24 to 48 days. So it's like, make it go away. But no, I seen on your Facebook, it looks like you had a good trip. Your ski trip. So tell us a little about that. Did you fall down?
I did a couple times, but I don't ski too hard anymore, and like I used to. But my 9-year-old grandsons, that was their first trip skiing, and it was quite fun watching them learn to ski, and they learn quickly. But then there's no fear, and I had to keep up with them, so that was a harder job of mine to keep up with them too. Once they'd learned how to learn to ski, and put them in lessons the first day. But no, we my family and my brother's family went out and had a good trip. And other than getting this head stuff while I was there, but other than that, we had a good trip.
I tell you, it's like a duck to water when we went. Kirsten had never skied before. Let's see, at that time, it was 8, 9, going on 9 years ago. She was 12. Cannon, he's 13, so 7, 8. He was 6? And both of them, we did. I recommend, if you've never been skiing before, is to take lessons.
Oh yeah, I do too. And I didn't the first time I went, 20, 30 years ago, I guess.
Yeah, you say, I can do this. It's no problem. And so during the lessons, they took to it so quick.
Yeah, they do.
But we were at an expert mountain. So when we finally did go up in the mountain, Kirsten skied down it like it was nothing. I stair-stepped all the way down. I have great balance. I just couldn't take to skiing. Yeah. And Cannon saw the mountain and thought he was going to roll down it. And so he slid down with Carla on his butt. He just inch at a time.
The incline, people have a lot of fear of that, I see, when they get out there that's never skied before. And, the steepness really doesn't affect you as long as you know how to ski.
Right.
So
that's where we needed about this kind of a grade, like nothing. That's what I need.
Bunny Hill.
A bunny hill. I needed a bunny hill.
We had, 10 or 12 of us all together, all different levels of skiing, but had a good time. We all just kind of stayed together and skied easy stuff. And anyway, like I said tonight, and the grandsons, once they learned how to do it, they skied the hard stuff. So
yeah, like it's nothing. I remember Scooter had a interesting time when he went skiing. Twist your knee?
Yeah, I digged up my knee pretty good. But we wrapped it up and put me back out there.
And he's like, I'm going again.
We had really good weather. Matter of fact, couldn't take enough clothes off. It's just it was. And I even saw some folks out there skiing in shorts and t-shirts, but it wasn't that warm. But there was some doing it. So
no, well, we went and bought all the ski clothes with the overalls, and we were bundled up. And just during the training part of it, we were peeling it off. It's surprising. Yeah, you're using a lot of energy and creating a lot of heat, just keeping yourself upright on them things.
You are, yeah.
So, but it was fun. I hope to go back one day, maybe just me and Carla, because I don't want to be shown up by the kids again.
Yeah, well, I told my wife, I said, this could be our last trip out here. And then you get on a lift riding up. The first day I got on a lift with a guy that was 76 years old that skis 3 times a week.
Wow. So, that's his exercise.
That's his exercise, yeah.
Hey, that'll work. I need to find something to do. I don't exercise at all. Anyway, moving on. So what's going on with the county? It seems the winter weather, I think, has passed us. The rain, look at this. We were doing the forecast earlier.
It's going to kill us.
That right there.
It's going to.
Just when you think that you can get to the roads, grade the roads, fill the potholes, and it seems like the potholes are being filled. I see a lot of them that I was like, are they going to get to that yet? And it was on the bypass too. It's everywhere. It's crazy how much havoc it wreaked.
It does.
But then this comes.
You don't realize it until you're in a position like this that what the weather does to roads.
Yeah.
And as just a citizen out here, you think, well, there's a few potholes here and there. Well, they're everywhere. They're not here and there. They're everywhere. But it wreaks havoc on the roads, even the gravel roads. It just tears them up. The weather does. But anyway, you're right. I had a request yesterday to grade a road that's down on the river, and I happened to know the guy that called me, and I said, man, we will take care of it. Let's just wait till after this rain because we know it's going to tear it up, and we don't go down there and spend a couple $1,000s fixing a road, and it's going to tear it. We know it's going to tear it up again if it rains the way you say it's going to. So I said after this rain we'll fix it the way it needs to be. So
normally
it's hard on the roads.
Normally when you look at the forecast, like Scooter and I always make fun because on Tuesday we'll talk about the weather and it'll look like something's coming during the weekend. I said, let's just wait till Thursday because it'll push off or it'll change within a few days. That's Arkansas. That's just our weather. But this showing from tonight all the way through Saturday, I'm saying we're going to have a pretty good chance. So you go down there and grade that road and just 2 out of these days. Is going to wipe out what you did.
It's going to change the fishing outlook for that tournament going on this weekend too.
Is there a tournament?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah. It's
several boats in town. I don't know how many, but several.
So a rain jacket, get out there and fish, buddy. But if it looks like lightning and stuff, they call that off, wouldn't they?
I would think so.
Yeah. And we'll be out there when it's dangerous. But yeah, it looks like it's going to get crazy. And so. Yesterday, I was coming back through town, and Scooter and I were talking about it earlier. Across from Ultimate, the dentist office that used to be a church, They cut all them trees down. Something, I guess, is going to be built there. And I knew there was a burn ban on, but I seen they were...
We lifted it yesterday morning.
You did, yeah.
First thing yesterday morning.
And I thought so. We had that rain that...
Well, we did, and everything's greening up enough, where it's not the danger, the level of danger is not as high as it was a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. But they're burning that there, so... Yeah. I'm sure they had to get a permit to do that, being that's in the city right there, too. So.
Right, and that's what Scooter said. He said, well, they're not going to be doing it nilly-willy, especially big piles like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they had to permit it, I'm sure.
Yeah, and then this coming ahead, there's definitely not going to be a problem with burning after that.
No.
It's torrential downpour. They were showing, starting today, they had that almost the entire state is covered in a flood watch. That's what they're expecting to come through here, so... And you were talking about, you've got 6 graders working on 7. Let's say a new grader was delivered.
Yeah, when I started, we owned it. The county owned 7 graders, and we were running 6 and leaving 1 for an extra. And I determined that with the amount of calls we get for road maintenance, that we needed to have that 7th running full time like them 6. So we recently started that. Received a new grader last week. Now it replaced one of ours that was worn out, but we also have another grader that should be here in June or July that's going to add to our fleet. So we'll start running 8 graders, and if that works, we'll run with it. And if not, we're going to add a couple more graders, because by far that is the biggest request I get is to grade roads in Baxter County.
Yeah. Well, and do you know off the top of your head the ratio of paved roads to dirt roads? Because I know that we have
there's about
a lot of
750 total, roads. And there's going to be about 350 in gravel somewhere in that neighborhood. So.
Yeah.
And that's one way, so you got to get, most roads takes more than 2 or 3, about 3 swipes or 3 passes to grade a road. So it takes a little time.
Yeah. Now, have you've seen probably more trouble out of certain roads that the graders are closer to, like having a plan? Have a plan when it starts to snow or when it's going to snow. But when you see rain like this coming, that you just go ahead and have them staged, ready to.
Well, we keep them. We keep the graders staged, and they all have areas that
they just have areas
stay in.
Yeah.
And when we started running the 7th one, we started putting it where the help was needed. And if we can get about 8 graders running in the county, I think we'll be in good shape. But when the roads deteriorate, they all deteriorate at one time, and so it takes a while to get them back.
Yeah. And as always, low water bridges. If the kind of rain that's coming, if it's over the top of them, I've dealt with that one time in my life. My brother thought we were going to make it, and he killed my truck. Luckily, we made it out. But it really did. It ended up going over the top of the hood of the truck. Water got in the engine and destroyed the engine. And just best turn around with this kind of weather that's coming. Just call into work and say, my low water bridge is covered. I'm taking the long way.
There'll be some that you won't need to cross.
Yeah. And so with that, I hope that everybody stays safe and just be careful out there. Like I said, spring is finally here. You can finally get to some of the stuff that you've been wanting to do. Water Plant Road,
still a big
the
project.
Continuation on that.
That's priority. Yeah, we're gonna build that road this year, and I keep getting calls from people on that road, and I tell them we're coming, but we got to get through this weather first. Can't do much in this kind of weather.
Yeah.
And with the weather we're having too, when we start running down, that with loaded trucks on the paved portion of it, we're gonna harm it ourselves. Doing that, so we'll have to fix that too. But anyway, we're coming, and we have several overlay projects lined up to go. The roads we ground up last year and reclaimed them, and we're going to resurface them with chip and seal and some asphalt. And we got several projects that as soon as the weather permits, we're going to get started on.
Yeah. Does that look like May? Because of April showers, they say.
Yeah, we'll start on this Water Plant Road, I would assume, this month, and because they get tired of me asking out there at Road and Bridge what's the start date. So anyway, we're going to start on it pretty quick. I want to get it done. So.
I hear you. Very good. Well, let's see. It's 7:43. We'll go ahead and take our last break.
You got it.
All right. We'll take our last break. Come back with more from the Baxter County Judge, Kevin Litty.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen.
But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience the best in Mexican dining. Litty's in Gassville. Voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day. Or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday. 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Litty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Litty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Litty's in Gassville.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home. Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV, visiting with Kevin Litty, the Baxter County Judge. And so, winter weather is over with, but then you got April showers. I tell you what, when that all finishes up and you guys get started on whatever projects you have, you're going to be a happy man. Quorum Court tonight.
Quorum Court tonight. Short agenda. I just kind of glanced over it yesterday. I think 4 items on the agenda as I was on it. Didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it, and you said they hadn't posted it yet, which is unusual. But it'll be a quick meeting tonight.
Yeah,
not a lot going on.
It's their April Fool's joke. Do you ever do that to anybody on April Fool's?
I don't.
You don't mess with anybody?
No.
Yeah. Scooter's going to, he said. He'll do it at least once today.
The health department's nearing completion. We hadn't talked about that in a long time. It seemed like to be the topic for a couple of years, but it's nearing completion this month. You know, the furniture's scheduled to be delivered for it in May. So
really,
yeah. So it's we're glad to get that wrapped up.
Yeah,
that's been. It's been kind of holding up some other projects that I'd like to get started, to see where we're at, financially. And I think we're in good shape, and hopefully get that done and get some other things going.
Very good. Well, and you have that parking lot now where you tore down the old church. I know that's something that you've been thinking about, maybe moving the assessors collectors one day.
Yep, I got that's my plan. I got to get an architect hired, see what it's going to cost, kind of put together a plan and what the girls want, kind of see if we can afford it. And that's the next step we want to do. And I want to get rolling with that as soon as we get this health department wrapped up. So, the hospital is going to buy our old health department, which we traded the land. So there's a little money there left they owe us, and I'll get that money and maybe get an architect hired and see what it's going to cost to do this. I look forward to that project.
Right. Now the two offices that they're in currently, I mean the county owns those.
We own that whole building. There's 3 doors there. We got the assessor, the collector, and then they rent the end one to Nomad, I believe is the name of it. And they were renting that when I became judge. But anyway, she's really interested in buying that building. So but as county as required by law, we'll have to take bids on that. So
sure.
Anyway,
so that's if and when, and I hope you do move the collector and stuff. I think it'll be easier for everybody. When you do have that happen, what do you are you thinking selling it is the best course?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not just leasing.
Yeah,
it?
it's not. I don't think really we need to be in the leasing business. That building there is not real public friendly. There's been people hit there by traffic because there's so much there on that corner.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be a lot more public friendly to take it over there where the old church was, and there's lots of room there. And my goal is to build an assessor, the collector, and maybe a voting center where we don't have to use the church out here on West Road. So,
that's a good idea. Yeah.
And a lot of counties have their own voting center, so that's a goal of mine. Let's see if it can happen. So.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Very nice. You can watch the Quorum Court meeting tonight on XL7-TV. In fact, if you go to Baxter County, Arkansas, AR.gov and scroll down, they've got a link on here you can click on.
Starts at 5:30 now.
Starts at 5:30.
That's confused a few people. It's always been at 6. We tried to move it to 5. There was a few that chose to keep it at 5:30, but the whole scenario behind that was, we had county employees getting off at 4:30 and sitting around until 6, and we were paying them overtime to sit there and wait for a meeting to start. And we just wanted to move that up a little bit, but I would like to see it. I would like to see it happen at 5 this way. That way they can get off work and we can roll in there and be done and send them home with their families and not pay them overtime.
Sure. Yeah. Wasn't anything nefarious. People are like, "Oh, you're trying to get it in there before anybody's off work," and it's like, no.
A lot of counties meet in the morning time. I've called a few other county judges. Some of them meet 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's what suits their business. And the goal is never to not be transparent because we're transparent as can be in Baxter County. So it was just a few other reasons. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you can't make it, you can watch the live stream. So you can see everything that happens.
We had our first advisory board meeting with the airport week before last. Went very well, and the advisory board there chose to meet at 10 o'clock in the morning and had the biggest crowd that I've ever seen at an airport board meeting whatsoever, and it was 10 o'clock in the morning. So if people want to come, they're going to come.
Yeah.
And it went very well. I think we got the 5 advisory board members we put together there is I think we'll work very well together, and I look forward to how we move along out there.
What all did they cover? Was it
just kind of, there's a lot of projects going on that's going to be handed to them to kind of watch over and see, and and I told them I want them as involved as they want to be, as involved as they can be. But we're building a 6-box hangar building right now, fixing to do a 80 by 60 clear span hangar, and got a grant for Pappy Lights. So there's a lot going on right now out there.
Yeah. Very good. I'm glad that's working out. I bet everybody showed up being the first meeting. They wanted to see how it went down.
I had a couple calls afterwards. Man said that went really smooth, didn't it? And I said it did, and that's what I expected.
Isn't that something? After all the turmoil you went through from inheriting what? Well, we've talked about it. So, very good. Well, I'm pretty much out of questions. You're going to have to help me out here on anything I'm missing. I know that taxes are due up until October. I think you can do some of that online. Let's see, pay taxes, right here. Pay your taxes online. I know I still need to. The personal property taxes went out, back in February, March. Scooter, you paid yours yet?
I don't think so.
I usually wait till that near the end.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. But I tell you what, a lot of people pay them early. I watch the traffic in and out of there when they open that up. So.
Yeah. I usually just pay mine by mail. I just send in a check. I like to do it early because I don't want it sneaking up on me in October, and then next thing you know, it's Christmas time. So.
But more importantly, everybody, if you haven't assessed,
you
need to get in there and get assessed.
you need to get in there and assess. And you can even do that online, and it's fairly easy to do. Finding the spot, when you first try to figure out where it is. But once you do, you just put in your information, and boom, it'll come up and it'll assess. To renew your tags, you've got to assess. And that's what always reminds me, because I get those reminders in the mail to renew my tags. And then I go to renew my tag, and it says you need to assess, and I'm like, that's right. And then I go and assess, and then like 2 days later, it's quick. They send me an email that I have done it, and then I can go back and online. I do almost everything online now. So.
Well, my wife does. I don't so much, but she does.
Yeah. Well, that's the only things. The two things I do is I pay my water bill and my electric bill by a check, and I still roll through the building and drop it off.
Yeah.
I know the water department has, and mine's Northeast Lakeside, or Northeast Public Water, and it's kind of funny. It's a running joke. It's something I thought I'd share. I paperclip the bill and the check together and put it in, and I always wonder, and I use different color paper clips each time, and I wonder if they take bets. I'm wondering if David's going to do a yellow one or a blue one or a red one. I don't know. It's kind of funny. Carla, what? Don't you shake your head over there? He's shaking his head. Anyway, but yeah, make sure you get assessed and pay them taxes. Everybody's got to have them taxes. So, but yeah, just let us know when anything's going to happen. Any road closures that you might know about, let us know about. And
we'll always let the folks know when there is one, but to know that not I'm aware of right now. There's nothing closed. There could be here in a couple 3 days. So,
right.
But temporarily.
Right.
So
yeah, there's no telling what this is going to do the next few days. I hope it changes. Scooter.
Would it have Baxter County under like 10 or 12 inches between now and Monday?
Possibly.
I think that's what I saw on KY3.
So great. Hazardous weather lookout.
I think it was ending Monday.
Not sure if it shows me. It just, it's 100% chance, pretty much. Scooter, are you looking that up?
It's that time of year, so
it is.
Just be careful when you're out here traveling the roads after these rains come.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and slow down. I find myself, you got that right lane that
4 to 8.
4 to 8.
4 to 8 now.
Yeah. And if it comes fast, it'll hit them streams and rivers and flood out a road really, really quickly. So just, be safe. Turn around. Yeah. It's very good. Let's see. I think that was, like I said, my notes. Scooter, you got anything?
When is the health department expected to open? What do you guys got an open date on that yet?
Yeah. So the completion date was right around the 1st of April, and they're very close. The furniture is not to be delivered till next month, so that's it's going to be complete. It'll be ready for the furniture when it gets here, but I'm going to say by June 1st, everything there will be done. So I noticed yesterday and this morning they've been putting some straw in the bank around it and seeding it. And they're getting ready to go. So I'd say that laying asphalt in the parking lot is not far away. I've not got in there as much as Stacy Ferretti that works at the health department, but she's pretty excited.
Oh, I bet.
I did go on the old one the other day, and we're going to double their space, nearly with that building. And anyway, it's going to be nice.
I think there'll even be a drive-through.
Yes, it'll be a drive-through. And
they can do the flu shots.
Back, yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a nice addition to the community for sure.
Yeah, and, most definitely. Very good. Well, if you want to go to the quorum court meeting tonight, it's at 5:30 at the Baxter County Courthouse. You can live stream it right here on XL7-TV's Facebook page. Do you also do that on the website? Or you just stream it to Facebook?
Facebook.
Yeah, just stream it to Facebook. You can watch that on here. It's going to be a light meeting. I think Kim Crochainer will be there
from the library. Yes, she's going to do a little presentation prior to the meeting, and then I think there was 4 items on the agenda. So go ahead and go fairly quickly. Just normal business tonight.
Yeah.
No surprises.
Yeah. Do you know what is she talking about?
She'll just probably give the yearly 2024 recap.
That's right.
Yeah.
Recap of the library.
Yeah. I can remember making one of those. I worked there for a few months, and I can remember making that report.
Yeah.
So you all can open it and look at it, and it's real pretty and nice. That's fun to do. It's graphic design. Anyway.
It's a big report, though, because they do a lot.
They
always
do
have
a lot.
something going on.
They do, you know, and they got the, you know, the library is raising money to match that grant they got through the state too. You know, for that walking trail addition to ASU, and that'll be very nice when they get that all done and tied together and what have you. So
yeah, definitely. Very good. Well, thank you for joining us this morning.
You bet.
All right.
Have a good day.
Thank you for watching, and be safe out there. I know the weather is going to be crazy the next few days, so as I said before, if you've got a low water bridge that's on your road, just turn around and go another way. Thank you for joining us this morning. Have a good day.